The Violet Flame All-in-One Handbook. Real-time modern applications and Violet Flame decrees. Channeled by Venus. This is dedicated to all our majestic power centers and vortexes here on our beloved planet Earth, and to all of those gatekeepers who protect them. Chapter 1. The Violet Flame of Transmutation. Transmute, transform, transcend with the holy, all-powerful violet fire. Working with the violet fire is a form of an alchemical transformation. A transformation, neutralization in unison with the divine God Goddess, the highest spiritual authority. It is an agreement made with you and the divine all that is to clear energies with the intention and choice to not only transmute into Godlight, but also to not re-invite those energies back into your reality. Sometimes it's hard to recognize an energy that you become accustomed to. It can sneak in sideways without you even noticing an enormous shift in an obvious way, but you will get better and better at recognizing and identifying when this happens. In the most subtle of manifestations, you will become aware. And when you do, you will be able to catch it and clear it immediately, so that it no longer is an energy and frequency that feels familiar and normal to you. It's about making the inorganic disease extinct and transforming it into the organic divine right you are born into when you chose to come to be incarnated in your body on earth. Your energy, senses, and frequency will be able to detect it immediately as something that does not belong, that is foreign, and does not feel so good. The violet flame is a no-nonsense frequency and light of God Goddess universe. It still surprises me the way it moves energy and the countless feedback I get from people I work with using the violet flame. If there is something out of alignment and you are not aware of it, the violet fire will find it. It's got your back. The violet fire of transmutation is directly aligned with Saint Germain, this infamous, whimsical saint with his many incarnations, expressions, and even a sort of evasive, mischievous reputation that no one can quite pinpoint or dismiss, is true to the reputation and spiritual star status of the violet flame. It's that good, ingenious type of mischief that all masters embody. Whether they are a comic genius master, a musician master, or an ascendant master, all masters appear to have a touch of ingenious mischief. I love working with this energy in all of my channels and different levels of service to humanity. The violet flame remains for me the A-list celebrity of spiritual stars, always promising a stellar performance and just the right plot twist. The beauty of this all-powerful tool is that it promises to give you a better ending to the story that you'll have ever expected or imagined. You couldn't make this shit up. It's masterful. It's a masterful creator of light. A Herculean transformer, an almighty sword of truth, and a crystal clear willpower. It is alchemy in an impressively powerful and brilliant medium and form. mostly because the violet flame energy cannot be used for ill intent. It does not and will not work that way. It is impossible to use the violet fire to manipulate, curse, ill intend anything in the way of control, misuse of power, greed, oppression, or any motivational factor that is not aligned with the highest good of all. The violet flame will observe, ignore, and report back to the karmic board and the cosmic laws of the universe, and leave them to handle the perpetrators. Ah, yes. This is the real stuff, my friends. Use it wisely, lest your behind doesn't get a karmic beating. Boom. Chapter 2. The Intention and the Conjurer. The intention and the conjurer. Your will and Goddess's will equals the wand. Working with the violet fire is a necessary tool when looking at creating one's reality. It is the highest frequency of transformational divine light. It transmutes, neutralizes, transforms, and makes room for the intention and creation where there was no room. The highest spiritual authority. Abbreviation HSA. We have it within and there in us to call on this powerful transformer to shape our lives, our destinies, and our humanity as a whole. It is ours to work in unison with. The divine essence of God, Goddess, highest spiritual authority, is there for us to call upon. Once transmuted, a certain energy, thought, pattern, emotion, physical sensation, circumstance, karmic value, imbalance, reality, illusion, anxiety, worry, state of consciousness or mind. There is a neutral space where that once existed, where one may invoke a desired intention and replace what was once there with this desired intention. This is divine alchemy working with a violet fire of transmutation. If you think of the Hollywood-style magician or alchemist, they are often seen with a tool, a wand, a sacred talisman, a stone, or a chalice. This is still true for people who work with energy. For Christians, this is the crucifix. As in Christianity, there's a deep connection with a prayer and manifestation associated with Christ and the crucifix. Every belief in religion has their form of intention or prayer, and that is expressed outwardly and or verbally to the divine. It may have been altered and unknowingly manifested in the way that empowered spiritualists work due to the control, shame, and political motivations of many religion-based churches. But the application of will and prayer sent to God, Goddess, Jesus, or universal highest power is spiritual alchemy. It remains the same in its core essence. The wand is the intention, and the correspondence or communication made to the highest spiritual authority, HSA, from a deep place within a person is what is the alchemical power, the manifester, the voice, the decree, and that lies deeply within you. It is a part of your divine right and yours and your co-creation with the universe. Whether that request or command is met or not, and manifests depends much on the nature of the request. One cannot request something that is not in the end in alignment with pure goodness and love and the universal divine plan. One also cannot request anything that interferes with someone's free will and right to choose. In other words, you cannot mess with another person's life choices or path. There are enormous karmic repercussions in doing any such things. Even the universe cannot interfere with your free will and the right to choose in so many ways. If you're not ready to move forward and are set on something or someone, they will let you know, and they will go at your pace, albeit you'll feel like it's all backwards or going against the grain, so to speak. It will feel hard and like an uphill kind of battle and climb. It won't have that fluidity and ease as though it's flowing nicely. That is a sure indication that you're doing something that isn't really in alignment with the higher good, the bigger plan, and your divine path. If it feels as though you were walking through mud, then more likely you are. The muddy and thick waters of ego, fear, a false sense of control, and all negative frequencies will let you know you've got to surrender it to the divine plan. In working with the violet fire and alchemy, it is always best to word your prayers, decrees, mantras, and affirmations in a command form, out loud, with conviction, whilst adding that if there's anything you're not seeing or that you're unaware of that is not in your highest good, that something better can come in, and to transmute those things accordingly. An example would be, I call upon the violet fire to cleanse, purify, align, transmute any and all negativity, disharmony, and discordant energies, both known and unknown, in the matter of fill in the blank, or any related matters I may not be aware of. The getting out of the way of your manifestations begins firstly with understanding that you may not know what is or what is not best for you in your path. You may not see the hindrances and obstacles. You may be unconscious of what may be running in the background. This is very much like a program in a computer or a phone that is draining the battery or slowing the computer down. If you are not in the divine groove with your divine family, those, by the way, are people who will help to fulfill your purpose and you theirs. If you're not in that groove, it's going to feel like an exhausting rather than invigorating and energizing experience. Energy does not lie. It is very much what you see is what you get. Feelings of motivation and authentic joy are absolute indicators that you are in the divine path and groove. You've caught that wave. If you are familiar with surfing, know a surfer, or understand the culture, you'll know that there is no better feeling than having that stoke. This is when you catch the divine stoke, divine timing, surrender to the higher path, and self, the higher self, are very much like that surf, that stoke. It is an exalted feeling that comes with being in the right place, at the right time, with the right people. And that wave is yours. Not anyone else's. It's yours. It will never exist that very perfect and very specific way ever again. That wave can never be repeated or recreated. It was there for you. You connected. There was no feeling like it, and it will never be that exact feeling again. Each wave, each stoke is different from the other, but it's still a stoke. In this case, your stoke. The HAC, highest spiritual authority, wants you to have that surfer stoke, but you have to show up for yourself to catch the waves. You also have to choose to get into the waters, even if you'd rather not get wet, to catch the waves. You have to find balance and trust in that balance to catch that wave. And most of all, you need to surrender and make the art of surrender your friend. If you can think of the violet fire as the wave, the flame is yours and unique to you and your specific place of existence in the scheme of things. The flame will work at your level. The flame will lift you up and let you bathe in its glory, whilst washing away all the things that are not aligned with you and your mission in life. It will leave you in joy, peace, harmony, abundance, prosperity, love, light, and pure divinity. Your eyes will have a smile, a twinkle, that wisdom. You will be full of your divinity, and that divinity is a direct representation of the HAC, God, Goddess, Universe. You will be doing not only yourself justice and service, but also doing justice and service to the world, because your unique part is important to the divine flow. You would also be doing right by the HSA, because the HAC wants nothing more. Because the HAC wants nothing more than for you to do what you were brought here to do in your fullest and most luminous state of being. You will have embodied your mission, and with every surrender and each step forward in that mission, you will shine. Just the very nowism of your surrender and your genuine effort to be you as you were created to be sends a light frequency to the universe and all that is. The HAC universe responds with support, love, compassion, abundance, humor, and joy. Then just watch as the miracles appear. There are always miracles, even when they become second nature. This sense of the miraculous, that feeling of seeing a miracle manifest, that experience never goes away or gets old. That feeling of, wow, did that just happen? It is just breathtaking and awe-inspiring each and every time. It's the sparkle, the fairy dust you dream about as a child. It's magic. Own the abracadabra. It's a delight. Chapter 3, Free Will, Free Choice. Divine Cosmic Law of Non-Interference. Cosmic and divine laws are very real. They are the scales of justice and balance of the universe. There is such a thing as the karmic board. When transmuting and releasing karma, one must make an agreement with the karmic board. to not recreate that karma and to stick to it to the best of your conscious ability. Not to ever breach that agreement consciously and knowingly. I will repeat that. Never, ever. The biggest no-can-do there is. In universal cosmic law, it's about coming clean. Dabbling back and forth with karmic contracts and laws, when done intentionally, does not ever end well. It's imperative that you stay on track. You will feel the warning signs if you're beginning to renege or veer off course. Listening to those warning signs will make every difference to your evolution if and when they come. It's likened to when learning to get clean and stay clean. You may habitually and unconsciously have a blip moment, and you know it. When you come to that knowing, it's best to refocus and realign your intention, and to realign your agreement with courage and conviction. If you consciously ignore, you're not only breaching your agreement, but you're also recreating that karma in a way that may impact you stronger than you'd ever experienced before you made that agreement. Before you made that agreement to clear and adhere to the principles, morals, and integrity of the clearing and that agreement. This also requires of you that you never ever, under any circumstances and in any way, interfere with another individual's or human being's divine free will and choices. If working with people, loved ones, or others, one must always either request permission clearly or have permission spiritually in a way that is known consciously to both parties. This in respect to what is being worked on or worked solely on, bringing harmony, love, and neutrality to any given potential disharmony. Only within the parameters of the laws, and never what a person consciously or unconsciously chooses can be transformed in a way that benefits their agenda. What that entails and translates to is that your prayers, mantras, affirmations, divinations, decrees, anything that is related to creation and manifestation needs to be focused on the you and the highest spiritually authority equation. That equation is you getting out of the way and commanding that the best possible manifestation within the divine plan moves through you, specific to the given situation or intention. It is always hands off of another person's divine path and an utmost respect to their own relationship with the HSA God, Goddess, Universe, and what they were born and brought here to do. If they do not choose to fully claim their divine destiny, it is their free will, their choice. And choice cannot be rushed. It is like the saying, you can take a horse to water. That choice is never to be meddled with. Having made that absolutely clear, we will agree that frequency, energy, consciousness are very much a contagious phenomena. While you fully activate your divine purpose and work with that sacred and necessary partnership between you and the universal HSA, so it spills over into the denser energies and quite literally lightens them up. The person next to you catches a ray or two. It begins to spilleth over to our neighborhood, our town, our city, our state, our countries, our nations, and our entire dimension. Dimensions shift, they change, and they grow according to frequency, according to consciousness, and according to vibratory levels. So yes, you and your dedication to your divine path and co-creation with a universal HSA is a gift and service to all that is. Focus only on you and where permissible on behalf of others. This in the eyes of and overseen by divine law and cosmic law, as to not create karmic contracts, karmic ties, bonds, debts, and karmic agreements. Having said this, enjoy the power, the magic, the beauty, the love, the joy, the compassion, forgiveness, peace, and brilliance of our sacred violet flame and its most majestic, ineffable gift to us. Chapter 4: Light versus Dark. The threads and matrices of good versus evil. We have, in a basic sense, covered channel transmission about the violet flame, free will, divine will, karmic laws, and divine alchemy. Now we are going to move into the territory of mass energy systems and forms of intentional consciousness. Those matrices of good and evil, dark and light, density and neutrality, creation and destruction, and on it goes. Basically, the light is always more powerful, but it's in the ability to remain clean, in integrity and goodness, love, peace, reverence for all that is, respect for the higher good, and an adherence to the surrender of the light. Surrendering to the light is of utmost importance. I was doing energy channeling, clearing with a colleague, and some shifts took place. A block from where we were, a police chase was occurring, and someone was being apprehended. The commotion had everybody's attention and had distracted the pedestrians. I knew immediately that this was connected to the work we were just doing in clearing with light. You see, it's all a mass energy. If you're eradicating and transforming dark or dense, unkind kind of energies to the light, then you're also clearing the threads connected to those simultaneously. One will do for the others. They work with them, as these energies rarely work alone. They will manifest themselves as infiltrations, walk-ins, mental illnesses, crime, and so forth. So if you're working on a type of energy and something is shifting, it's shifting into the light frequency, then you'll notice that things in the area may also be affected, and that similar energetic frequencies will surface and transform. It will bring them to the surface to be dealt with. Those very same principles apply with the light. This is why remaining in and expanding the light is of utmost importance in the effort to assist humanity and the planet. And the universe knows this all too well. What you do creates more of itself. It's best to see it for what it is, a mass consciousness of either good intent or ill intent. Taking it to the next level, finding a way to dissolve darkness into light falls into the power of the more the merrier. The expansion of light as you work with it can become attractive to even the darkest of energies. I have witnessed as darkness has found its way into the light and absorbed itself into the light as an act of surrender. It's a beautiful thing to see before you. The transformation is felt almost tangibly, like that invisible force between two magnets. It's felt in an obvious and tangible way. So it is true of this transformation and enlightenment in that same way. It is a wonder of the universe. When you're taking light quotient to the next level and to a higher vibration using the violet flame, in accordance to divine laws, karmic laws, and Akashic findings, it's great to see it as these mass realms of existence that grow and are interconnected to one another. Sort of like in a matrix-like sphere of existence. This can help you to visually work with transmutation as you state your decrees out loud and with conviction. The energies will heighten in frequency and grow. So it is out of vital importance that you ground those energies in the best way you know how. If you're a meditator, then meditate your grounding in. If you're an athlete, then physically exercising your grounding in will work. If you do breath work, you can do it that way. Or you can do a combination of many forms of grounding. Walking in nature is very grounding. You can walk, hike, or even run whilst anchoring your energy and fields into the core of the planet through your chakras and feet. Whatever form of grounding you choose, make it effective and be sure you're anchored in. When in the process of heightening your frequencies, it can otherwise make you feel lightheaded and out of your body. Being in your body keeps you safe. Remember that. In the body is safe. In the body is safe. In the body is safe. Do this and you'll flow the changes with much more ease and grace, as any changes can be a bit of a challenge at first. Speaking of changes and challenges, when you do increase your light quotient, you'll find that change is imminent. That may mean that people fall away from your life. A job, career could change suddenly or slowly. A move may happen to another country or city. Or you may be surprised, for example, that someone you thought was a part of your quote-unquote divine family was really a karmic contract, a karmic relationship, and your relationship dissolves accordingly. Best to ride the wave of the changes, all the while making it known to the universe that you have faith in the process as you ask for the HSA to take over fully, totally, and completely. By doing that, you can really trust that the best possible outcomes are what you're aligned to and toward. So surrender and adhere to the light and allow the HSA to protect and guide you from that core place onward. Activate and expand your light matrices using the violet fire and watch as the universe brings you a celebration of light and a display of life force vitality like no other. It's time to shine. I see you, and it's a spectacular sight to behold. Now go to it. Go to it, my friends. Chapter 5. What is and what should never be. The illusion versus cosmic reality manifested. What is and what should never be isn't a question, it's a state of being. We are always in one state of being or another. It is within our ability to identify something for what it is and choose it or let it go, depending on if it is serving us or not. If it is not serving us and we are not aware of it, There is a way around that as well. We discussed that in the previous chapters. The way around that is to include in your said decrees known and unknown, where the potential obstacles no longer serving us may exist. You can also state the decree and end it with "or better" in the way that HSA sees fit, as you surrender to the divine order of the HSA. The illusion usually is derived from fear, manipulation, old programs, ancestral energies, karmic ties and bonds, ego, and any other lower density frequencies. So it's as simple as getting out of your own way and doing the work with a full release of how these releases and illusions will play themselves out. Most people get tripped up, mostly with getting out of their own way. More often than not, in matters of the romance and power, this is where the residue of karmic relationships and ties can be very misleading and often kind of imprisoning. People will have locked themselves into a cyclical prison, believing that they cannot live without a certain person or title that represents power to them. Ownership of the person or title becomes their obsession. That obsession is their prison. Only with a full, total, and complete surrender to the HSA can these obsessions be overcome, because they can be very tricky. These kind of energies are deceiving and deeply unconscious. They are running from an old program that needs an upgrade, quite literally. As we know, in technology, upgrades make things function better and more optimally in order to progress with the times. You'll be doing yourself a huge favor, saving yourself from a lot of pain and suffering as well as loss of time and energy, if you simply have faith and know that what's running here in the background is not necessarily what's best for you, even if you become accustomed to it. Leave it up to the HSA. Get out of the way and let the HSA take over and work through you, through the relationships, through the standpoints and realities, through the circumstances, through all that is. The title of power, that's an illusion. Real power comes from your co-creation with the HSA and allowing that power to move through you. Watch as the relationship neutralizes and becomes exactly what it's meant to be. The title of power will do the same. Both will become more powerful in the real and most organic sense of what power is. It's the co-creation of a power manifested by you and the HSA. Time to celebrate. It feels oh so good. Because what is always so much better than the illusion of what should never be. Boom. Chapter 6. I do decree. I am that I am. I command it, and it is so. Clearing the mental body, the mind, with the violet fire of transmutation. Our first violet flame decrees. Now out loud and with conviction, with all of your heart and soul, repeat after me. I am violet fire in God's divine light. I am God's source thoughts. I'm cleared. I am violet fire in divine light. I now release all fears. I am violet fire. I'm God source light. Bathe each and every thought. I am violet fire in God source mind. Release now what is not. I am violet fire in God source mind, clearing any discord in my head. I am violet fire, God source mind, my thoughts divinely fed. I am violet fire, cleansing all thoughts, not of love and light. I am divine love and violet light. I'm fighting the good fight. Take me over, take me now, higher powers show me how. Take me over, take me now, higher powers show me how. Take me over, take me now, higher powers show me how. So it is, so it is, so it is, beloved I am. So it is, so it is, so it is, beloved I am. So it is, so it is, so it is, beloved I am. Next up, transmutation, clearing the emotions and heart with a violet fire. Repeat after me. I am violet fire, God source light and love. My heart is crystal clear. I am violet fire in God's source heart. I now release all fear. I am violet fire in God's source heart. I now bathe each and every charge. I am violet fire in God's source heart. All pain now gone, and now all love large. I am violet fire in God's source heart. I clear my loving heart. I am violet fire in God's source heart. Living divine love, I do my part. I am violet fire in God's source heart. With God's heart, I'm now reloading. I am violet fire in God's source heart. With divine light and joy, my heart exploding. So it is, beloved, I am. It is so. So it is, beloved, I am. It is so. So it is, beloved, I am. It is so. Ooh, what fun. Now we get to the karmic debt clearing decrees. Karmic debt clearing decrees. Repeat after me. Free me of all karmic debt and of all past deeds. Purely in divine light I bathe. At this now moment I am freed. the brilliant central sun, and the sacred goddess moon. I am by God's light and sound divinely entombed. I, a child of God's universe, the universal plan, held upright in God's love, pure light in every DNA strand. I now light up, I activate the universal God in me. I am the almighty violet fire, commanding now, I do decree. A 100 DNA strands I claim, dormant they are no more. A 100 DNA strands awaken, heaven's frequency restored. A 100 DNA anchored in, all of my divine being. A 100 DNA now, my divine blueprint is freeing. I command it now in fully, now activated, it is so. A 100 DNA wakened, divine blueprint and divine flow. Fully command and activate my God right in full power. Bathed in God's divine DNA and God's crystalline shower. Anchored in my divine alchemy, received activations now and here. I am pure God, love, and light. My heart and mind are clear. I hold divine destiny with God's guidance hand in hand. I walk the walk, talk the talk. In divine power, I do stand. Embodied in my every mind and in my every heart. I am aligned forevermore in my own unique path's part. For it was planned, and it is so, in the eternal now. I am full of divine destiny. Take me over, show me how. Take me over, show me how. Take me over, show me how. So it is, so it is, so it is, beloved I am. So it is, so it is, so it is, beloved I am. So it is, so it is, so it is, beloved I am. It is so. Hey, and a little additional activation for you, because the more the merrier, remember? I activate my blueprint now in eternal light. I stand in God's almighty plan. I light the divine light. I see through God's crystalline showers, eternal clarity. I am compassion. I am heart. I am empowered charity. I hold the prosperity code, the opulence of the divine. For you are me, and I am you. God, what is yours is mine. Take me over, take me now. Higher power, show me how. Take me over, take me now. Higher power, show me how. Take me over, take me now. Higher power, show me how. So it is, so it is, so it is, beloved I am. So it is, so it is, so it is, beloved I am. So it is, so it is, so it is, beloved I am. Chapter 7. I exist. Decrees for spiritual body in human existence. Clearing and resetting your divine body and temple. Repeat after me. I am a temple of violet fire. I am God's source, divine love and light. I am a temple of violet fire. I am God's source, strength, and God's source, might. I am a temple of violet fire. I am God's source in vitality. I am a temple of violet fire, living out my divine destiny. I am here and I am now, a warrior of God's love and light. I am here and I am now, in service fighting the good fight. I am divine body, in divine flesh I am sworn. I am divine body, heart, and mind, in God light lit and God love born. I hear the call and I see the signs. I am a warrior of the light. Forward moving, moving now. I am a warrior of the light. Take me over, take me now. Higher power, show me how. Take me over, take me now. Higher power, show me how. Take me over, take me now. Higher power, show me how. So it is, so it is, so it is, beloved, I am. It is so. So it is, so it is, so it is, beloved, I am. It is so. So it is, so it is, so it is, beloved, I am. It is so. Sacred geometry invocation and activation decrees. These are for resetting the original divine destiny codes. Need some support and help? We gotcha! Calling on Metatron to assist and oversee, activate and download, even to help anchor in any sacred geometry codes. Those are in your highest good at this time with your highest possible potential in mind is a powerful activation of divine alchemy. Now repeat after me, said out loud with conviction. I command and do decree. I now call on Archangel Metatron as overseen by the HSA. I command forth, oversee, create, activate, anchor in, and claim the perfect dose, frequency, balance of sacred geometry codes. These symbols and patterns are customized for my divine blueprint and my divine destiny. May this be to my highest good and the highest good of all. In the name of God, love, light, peace, and reverence for cosmic law. I abide with peace, with the will of God in unison of free will at all times. So it is, so it is, so it is. So it is, so it is, so it is. So it is, so it is, so it is, beloved, I am. Now would be a good time for you to write down some intentions. And if you have the booklet, the Violet Flame All-in-One Handbook, you'll see that there's a space for that on page 35 for you, where you can write down your intentions. But all you really need is to grab yourself a piece of paper and a pen, a storyboard if you like, and if your preference is something more visual, you can just get picture screens. Save them on your desktop. Whatever works for you, that's what you want to do for your intentions. Everybody is different, so if you're more on a sensory visual level, audible level, even if it's a taste thing, taste, scent, aroma, whatever it may be, use that as a part of your intentions. It will enhance them. Chapter 8. Oh, we love 8, because sideways it's infinity. It's also the number for wealth, material inheritance, and prosperity. So chapter 8 is about the physical and material inheritance, divine dispensations, and the importance of power in the right hands. For far too long, the churches and various religions have endorsed the concept of a dirty kind of wealth, laden with notions that if you are wealthy, you cannot be spiritual. The basket is passed around and filled, and the churches are beyond rich. A priest or father listens to your sins, and you are often left with a sense of guilt and shame. The churches love power. They love to control the masses. Sadly, so many churches are infiltrated with greed, using the face of the church to hide all kinds of dirt and evil. Then there are those humble churches with their hearts and souls in the right place. It is easy to tell them apart. It's always important to remember to look at the actions and facts in front of you and listen less to the rhetoric. No matter what you do and what you're told, it is your divine right to discern and make empowering choices in a way where it is void of oppression and guilt-ridden manipulation. The channels we've been receiving cannot be more clear about the need to empower yourselves monetarily. The world still runs and revolves around money. You cannot function without it. You cannot do any good without the flexibility and comfort of money. It is in fact very spiritual to live in divine opulence and beauty. Art, culture, and humanity are divine. They are divine expressions of an affluent and creative universe and HSA. It is your divine right, and you must claim it. Own it. Embody it. And do everything with it as you were meant to. There is everything right in that, and absolutely nothing wrong in it. You can give to the poor, donate to your favorite causes, and also live a flexible, balanced, and empowered life with the energy of money. The time is now, and the buck, no pun intended, stops here. Take it back. It was meant for you to begin with. If it, quote unquote, money is so bad, then why is there such vast hoarding of money in many of the churches and governments? It's not the money. It's what is done with it. You deserve to have the hands-on application and ability to do the work of the HSA through your divine inheritance and destiny. A way in which you can oversee and know for certain what you're doing with it and what's happening with the energy of money. Being aware of what is actually occurring with the use of money is empowering and a force of light when used for the greater good. Is it not better to be aware of and in the know of how funds are being allocated and distributed, and to be blindly giving that power over to an institution to do as they please with? Of course. Divine inheritance is within your power and yours to claim. What money is what intention you put into it. It, money, is a blank and neutral power that you can inject all of the love and light into that you please. That's exciting. So much fun indeed. Let us be informed and intentional about how we distribute our money. Let us do that fully empowered and consciously. Here are some decrees designed to activate and reinstate your divine inheritance as a child of the universal HSA. We will go into further detail in more involved booklet dedicated solely to divine inheritance. It's called Mission Accomplished. But here is a little taste of how to activate and invoke what is yours. And you know what? It's about time. Divine Inheritance Decree. Repeat after me. O violet fire, I call you forth. Here and now I do decree. These agreements and commands, they are now so and fully made to be. Mighty I Am Presence through the Universal HSA. I do decree and declare that the violet fire blaze the way. I am a child of God. God's in all that I am. I, child of God, incarnate to live the highest divine plan. Authority of God, love and light, divine dispensations I do claim. I now live in divine prosperity in honor of God's name. Release karma, shame, illusion, fear. I claim divine dispensations, pure and clear. I live love and light for the greater good of all. I claim God's divine gifts. I clearly hear my I Am call. I am totality, God's full purity here and now. I ascend in divine purpose, endless prospects I endow. I awaken to the light of God in each and every manifestation. I honor my divine right and my part in God's creation. In totality, I am God's will, God's love in monetary light. Empowered now to live in wealth, standing in the name of God's sight. A vessel of eternal wealth, I am divinely wealthy and rich. dissolved all that is poverty, turned on the divine dispensation switch. Activating all the DNA in me, all bodies, minds, and hearts. Divine dispensations pouring over free, so I may live out my part. Let's say that again. Activating all the DNA in me, all bodies, minds, and hearts. Divine dispensations pouring over free, so I may live out my part. Divine dispensations, I do know how. Subconscious, conscious God, reset now. Creating my divine right wealth to enjoy in love, joy, and in health. Divine service in my heart is pure. Empower all, and ails will cure. All obstacles and ill will have seen their last hour. The hand of God's will and its infinite power. I prosper and I duly thrive, grateful to be loved and alive. Fortuna, charge me with your codes. Eternal wealth, divine grace, now unfolds. I am open, willing, free and clear. I heed your call and hold it dear. God's tools bestowed unto me, that I may live life flexibly. And to God's source I do employ. I am God deserving of this joy. In God's comforts I do embrace, wealth's eternal time and space. Show me how I am to serve, and in God's trust I do observe. Discernment in abundant grace, flowing through all time and space. Now repeat after me. I direct you, God, Goddess, the highest spiritual authority, to bless my path and light up my divine inheritance now. And I promise to live a life of God's love and God's goodness. I do here and now decree that I am a light being, angel on earth, and practitioner of divine goodness and grace. On behalf of this earth, for humanity and for all living beings of God, I stand a beacon of light and love. I am a light worker, ready at this now time to light the way. It is time. With the flaming sword of Archangel Michael in hand with God's will, in every part of my existence, I direct you to bless me with the necessary tools, dear God, our highest spiritual authority, to fulfill my service and purpose. With the flaming sword of Archangel Michael in hand, and God's will in every part of my existence, I direct you to bless me with the necessary tools, dear God, our highest spiritual authority, to fulfill my service and purpose. I direct divine dispensations of wisdom, grace, discernment, foresight, clarity, and all the tools needed to be awakened in my God's genius miracles now. Here I am here. I adhere to God, the highest spiritual authority, and live out the principles of all that is God in every way that I am aware. And where I am not yet aware, may God work through me, making me conscious and enlightening me so I may come to see. I am transmuted by the Almighty, all-loving, all-powerful, all-prosperous, all-transformative violet fire of God, our highest spiritual authority. The Christ in thee is the Christ in me. Christ can be replaced with Buddha, God, Goddess, Universe, Kuan Yin, Light, whatever it is that resonates with your soul's purpose. Repeat 3 times the Christ and/or Buddha and/or Goddess and/or Universe and/or Kuan Yin and/or Light. In thee is the blank in me. I am here now to serve, so it is, beloved, I am. I am here now to serve, so it is, beloved, I am. I am here now to serve, so it is, beloved, I am. Chapter 9, Power Centers and Vortexes. In the Violet Flame All-in-One Handbook, I've written specifically about my favorite mountain, but I'm not going to narrate that to you today. It's important that we all tap into our favorite power centers. And for some people, it's not actually the designated vortexes that are known to spiritualists throughout the world. For some people, vortexes are very personal. They're hidden spots, secret little areas that are true to your soul, where you feel you reset each time you go. So I will skip the part about my favorite place and mountain, and encourage and empower all of you to find your own power centers and vortexes, those places that the calling from the Universal HSA is hooking into your soul and spirit and pulling you in that direction. Energy centers are much like anchor points, a way in which you can connect to a download, channel, frequency, and a way of upgrading your personal power. This will assist you in moving forward with your divine plan, and also assist you with your matrices. It's of vital importance to allow yourself this charge from time to time. It's like fueling a vehicle in a way. You need the juice to survive if you're a part of the calling. If you're a lightworker, starseed, indigo, ascendant master, saint, or an angel on earth, you will require that very earth tap, that essence of the earth, from the chakras of the earth, the frequencies of the earth, in order to receive their divine frequency downloads and messages. They are energetic navigational systems as well as frequency amplifiers, and much more, of course. And for those who find it a little more challenging to travel, there's no real need to go directly to anything physically. You can always connect with these energies on an ethereal level and tap in remotely. Divine timing decree. Repeat after me. O violet fire, light your light, when and where the time is right. Divine timing here and now. Take me over, show me how. Make the path clear and free of all discordant energies. Make it crystal clear and bright, divinity in full sight. Divine time and divine plan, violet fire that I am. Align me now with the right way in every moment of every day. I'm in alignment here and now. Take me over, show me how. Repeat 2 more times. Take me over, show me how. So it is. Take me over, show me how. So it is. Take me over, show me how. So it is, so it is, so it is. It is so. And as we together as a humanity venture out into the world with our light, I would like to thank you for having the courage to take the highest path road. Courage. It does take courage. Again, I thank you for having the courage to take the highest path road with love from us, brought to you and channeled by Venus, your violet flame channeler and specialist. See you in